Hello everyone and welcome to the Loose Weight Podcast. I'm your host, WackyTV, and I'm joined here with my co-host, Narcolept.
Co-host.
You gonna say anything? I just introduced you.
Okay,
Okay,
go on,
wicked.
introduce Cluster.
And then we've already said his name now, so you've ruined it. Alright, so yeah, here's Cluster the Clown. Say something.
Hey guys, it's Cluster. And
Okay.
If I sound a bit weird, it's because I've had a bit to drink. Because after this, I'm going out and I want to drink beforehand. So.
Okay, brilliant. See, he's one of those guys, and
Drinking on his own, bless him.
Yeah, and I'm gonna sound a bit disabled because I've had surgery in my mouth. But we're joined here today with a very special guest, Jalyn. Hello, speak.
Hello, everyone. I am the most hated commentary YouTuber. I'm glad to be on your show. What's up? What's up?
Jalyn, it's good to have you on here. You know, me and you, we've been talking since 2020, kind of back and forth a bit. We have a bit of history together, and so do you do have a lot of history of the commentary community. I want to start off in a very simple way by just asking. Obviously, you started with Minecraft videos. What made you want to go into commentary in specifics? If you don't mind me asking.
I mean, the thing is, I've had several commentary channels in the past since like 2016, and I think one of the first types of content that I ever really tried to make was commentary videos back in like 2015, 2016.
Are those channels still up, or they all deleted?
Oh, some of the videos are still up on old channels, but they're all unlisted because they were horrible, like garbage, just awful content. But like the first commentary video I ever made was like exposing McJuggernuggets for being fake. That was the first commentary video I made.
I was actually watching some of his shit earlier. That's so random you say that. Not like for like my own enjoyment, just to make fun of his god awful content, like Soko Dad Destroys Dildo. But
when everyone starts off on YouTube, all their videos are shite.
Oh yeah, you go back to anyone's channels.
Not mine.
Well,
Yeah,
I beg to
started
differ.
off by copying KSI videos, and now I've upgraded.
I feel like everyone in the UK copied KSI at first with their content. Like everyone did like FIFA videos or something like that, but
Or Q&As.
or Q&A Sundays and all that shit. Yeah. But Jalyn, so these channels, all right. So how many were there in total? Sorry, were these old previous channels, or did you have?
I probably made like 3 or 4 old channels at this point, something like that.
Okay, so when you started this channel, Jalyn, what was it originally called? Was it Jalyn Plays Minecraft or something?
Yeah, it was like Jaden Plays MC.
There we go, yeah, and then you moved to commentary, and I think one of your first dramas was involved with was it Kid Behind a Camera? I swear there was something.
Fuck.
Yeah, okay, Cluster, nice.
Yeah,
But there was
I hate
something
that
to
guy.
do with you and Kid Behind a Camera, and I can't remember if I'm remembering this correctly, but you did a video about him when your channel was still called Jaden Plays. You had a back and forth on Twitter, did you not? Or am I making this up?
So yeah. During when I started the channel, I mainly uploaded mostly Minecraft videos. But I think back in 2019, I decided to pivot and sort of kind of go back to my roots and start uploading commentary videos. And I think the first commentary video I made was like on the Keemstar like Minecraft Monday drama, and I kind of slowly followed that throughout the next few months with other commentary topics. And one of my videos to like do pretty decent, it was even featured in a Sunny V2 video like a couple years later, was this video I made talking about Kid Behind a Camera. I think I had replied to him on like Twitter or something, and he said all this like messed up shit about my grandma like dying or something.
Yeah,
I think it was
remember
because
that.
I called him out for like clickbaiting his dad's death and shit, because he was
Which
like
he is.
milking the crap out of his dad. He made like ghost hunting videos about his dead father. Like, you can't make that shit up.
I know.
And he's still doing that today as well. I swear he still does stuff.
He's still
like
milking his dad, yeah.
Mate,
Yeah.
he always clickbaits his girlfriend cheating on him. It's,
Yeah.
it's fucking mental.
She probably has, though, ironically. One day we will get a genuine video where it's like, Bridget cheated on me, but no one's going to be able to take it seriously.
Yeah,
But yeah, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at his channel right now, and a video uploaded 5 days ago is Bridget crapped her pants at the movies.
Yeah.
See, this is quality content, of course.
And it's a thumbnail of her arse.
Because I remember when I made it, I remember I made a video on Kid Behind the Camera, and I did include you in that video, Jalyn, because I remember that back and forth you had on Twitter. It was quite funny, because it just came out of nowhere. The way he was like, talking about your grandma or whatever, it was just like, okay, mate.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
It's weird shit. So moving on to that, I think we'll skip a big portion, because I think after that, didn't you go back to making Minecraft videos? Or...
Yeah. I went back to like predominantly focusing on Minecraft videos.
Yeah, and then eventually you started getting into gameplay commentary. What was your first big break with that? I don't think it was Dream. I'm pretty sure there was a one before that. If jog my memory a bit.
It wasn't Dream. I think my first big video was I think it was on like Quaden Bales. He was like this like can I even say midget? Is that offensive?
Yeah, that's
he was
fine.
like
I don't think that's really offensive. No.
I don't even know who he is.
he was like this short person kid, and I think his I don't actually remember what the full scenario was. But I believe his like mother like faked his video or something, and so I made a video like the truth about Quaden Bales, and that video blew up. But I also had another video before that ended up blowing up later, and it was on the like SML Chili breakup.
Oh
so
yeah,
I had
yeah. Okay.
both of those videos like kind of blow up back to back.
Oh, brilliant! So your channel did really well in that sense. And I remember when you had around 70 or 80,000 subscribers, you got into a bit of drama with another YouTuber, who I'm sure everyone here is familiar with. His name is Lorex. This was in 2020, your first big drama with a other commentary channel, because he made a video on you at first, making fun of your content and some tweets that you decided to make at that point in time. Do you remember this beef with Lorex, the first one in 2020?
Yes, Lorex. He is he's a very sensitive boy, and he pretends that he's not, and I think that's kind of become more evident throughout the years. But basically, how our entire beef started, and how he sort of put me on this cycle of mental breakdowns and retardation and constant criticism and hatred from the commentary community was I think I made a tweet and I took a screenshot of like his videos, because at the time he was like milking this too hype drama, and like when I say milking, I made a shit ton of videos on Dream, but even I didn't take it to this extent.
Oh yeah, I remember his were like 24 videos in a row.
Yeah, he made I think it was like 40 videos within like a month span or something. It was crazy, and so I just like kind of made a joke tweet, because we weren't really friends, but we were like kind of cool. We kind of like followed each other or whatever. So I just made a joke tweet, and I was just like, I think I said, imagine milking this, or how do you make this many videos, or something like that. And he DMs me, and he's like, yo, are you serious about this? And we kind of like go back and forth a bit in DMs, and I'm like, no, it's not really the serious tweet. I'm just kind of like, how do you make this many videos? I'm not like seriously calling you out. And then I think a few days later or something, I tweet about my analytics. And after that, that's when the Lyrics decides to jump on me, clown on me, and then make a video out of it.
Okay, so that was how it all started. This is the drama that no one ever talks about. No one talks about your beef with him in 2020. Because I think at that point, you also had, it wasn't just Lyrics, there was other people at the time. I can't remember. Because you made a Twitter video talking about smaller commentary channels. I know one of them was Pie Man.
One of them was Swagger Gaming as
well.
Swagger
Gaming and Pie Man, yeah. That video is obviously gone now, but go on, yeah, sorry.
A lot of those smaller commentary channels were like, they were really on my ass back in the day, because, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be real, okay? My content was fucking shit. Like, absolute garbage. Like bottom of the barrel, just like, it was literally just like, so guys, Dream took a shit on Twitter and he got canceled, and I'm gonna read these 5 tweets, and I did that every single day. Got like 100K views per video, and a lot of the smaller commentary channels were just jumping at me, and they were kind of like jealous. They're like, what the hell? I'm putting months and months of effort into my shitty videos on the communist creeper content nuke, but your videos are getting more attention. And so at the time, I was just like, Jesus, can you people leave me alone? Can you shut up? And so like I made that video just kind of like clowning on them back because they were constantly clowning on me. And that was basically that drama.
So yeah, going back to Lyrics, right? So we all know that recently Lyrics, he came back to YouTube and he said that, you know, he wants to stay because it's fun, and now he's fucking left of like for the 5th time now. And I think that's pretty funny. Yeah, more than that. I don't know. I've lost count. And he said the reason why he's left now finally is because all this shit's demonetized. And I just want to say, Jalyn, what's your opinion on that? All right, what's your opinion on Lyrics leaving for the 100th time?
I mean, I released a Twitter. I released a video on my Twitter called Lyrics Come Back. I made a nice song for him, and I just want him to come back. You know, yeah. I miss him. I really do.
Do you like the guy?
I mean, I got mixed feelings on him, but honestly, out of anyone I've ever had beef with, I don't have too much of an issue with him.
Yeah, all right, that's fair. So Jalyn, after that drama in 2020, after Lyrics came back, I think at this point it was the 3rd time he came back. That's when he was invited into the commentary community. So this was 2021. He made it. One of his first 2 videos were about Deji and Dunya, and I think the 3rd or 4th was about you again. And because obviously he was in the community, because people like Tom, Turkey Tom, dragged him back in, everyone was talking about it more than they were before. Because before it was kind of just you and him and the other smaller dudes, but now all the big commentary channels like Nick Durio and Augie RFC are now talking about you on their stream and stuff like that. And so how was that drama for you in 2021 to deal with when Lyrics was in the community? Don't know if you remember that very well, but
so I think you're referring to like when I flagged Lyrics, right?
Yeah, when you
you didn't really help yourself with that, but
so like I'm gonna be real, all right. At the time, I was dealing with transitioning. Okay, it's very stressful, very difficult thing, and I'm very like self-conscious, right? And so I made a gaming video, like doing a face reveal on my 2nd channel. And Lyrics, he made this video just like making fun of me, clowning on me, like showing like my worst old like pre-transition photos. And I watched the video, and I just felt extremely self-conscious. And so I reported it for harassment and bullying. And I think I tweeted at Lyrics. I was like, "F you! I reported you for harassment and bullying." And then it created this huge domino effect with Tom and Augie and Nicholas D. All these people like dropping videos on me, everyone calling me out. It was like a real shit show. The video never went down. I've never successfully like ever flagged a video and taken it down.
Do you think it was right to flag the video, or do you now think it's wrong? Did you act in emotion more, or? I
definitely acted in emotion. It was a mistake that I wish I hadn't made, but you know, we all learn our lessons, and I think I learned a valuable lesson that day.
Yeah, because I think you went on to Tommy C's show. What one did you go on to first? Was it Tommy C or Augie? Because the Tommy C one was more of a shit show, because that's the one where he's literally screaming at you.
I don't actually remember, but the thing about Tommy C, man, I don't have too many issues with the guy. I don't agree with him politically. Honestly, I think he's a bit unhinged. Like, he might need some, like, schizo medicine if we're being real. But he's an entertaining guy. He runs an entertaining show. I don't have too many issues with him, but he's like made multiple streams where he has this like conspiracy theory that I was running this like op on him or something to make him and everyone to feel bad for me or some shit like that, and it was just crazy. Really? Yeah. He said on multiple streams, like, he went on this crazy rant, like, man, Jalyn has these 2 personality traits that just don't line up. Like she's ambitious and on this like YouTube grind, like Keemstar, like she has these same personality traits as Keemstar is a go-getter, but also is very sensitive, is antisocial and like these two things don't line up, and I feel like one of these isn't real. I feel like one of these is a work. One of these is fake. One of these isn't real, and I think we're all being played. I can sniff out a scam a mile away, and I think we're being scammed. Like, I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said about me, and it's just kind of crazy.
I know Tommy Sears. I don't watch the guy. I don't have any problem with him, but I didn't know he was doing these videos. If what you're saying is true. That's pretty interesting.
It is true. You should play it in. You should play a bit of it in the in post.
I'm not trying to be biased, but I do like the guy. I mean, maybe I am a bit biased since he has helped me before in the past with people like Futuristic Hub. But from my experiences with him, he's actually a really nice guy. I feel like it's just if you're on his bad side, he's obviously not going to be very charitable towards you. Which I don't
I'll hand it to him when it comes to shit like that. When it comes to helping people out, he's definitely the guy to go to.
Oh yeah, no, from my experience from him, I have nothing but good things to say about him. Not to suck him off.
In fairness to Tommy though, would you say that you do put up like a bit of an edgy front to kind of like fit in with the rest of the community, or is that?
Yeah, for sure. I would say that's pretty true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
But then I think Oggy was the one that was being the most charitable towards you in this time, since obviously he invited you onto his show. But to be fair, I think he was just trying to moderate, because from looking back on it, he was being quite nice towards you when you and Lyrex were having a conversation, and it's clear that Lyrex was obviously annoyed or frustrated in that because of your lack of talking. Because I think even you then knew that the flagging was wrong. But I don't think
honestly, I mean, at the time, I had like no experience with that type of thing. Like going on stream, like being put under like so much pressure. I was just not good at it. Like that was like the first time I'd ever like done something like that at that point. And so that was part of it. I just wasn't really prepared. And so honestly, that's why it was as bad as it was.
Because then after that, Tom made a video on his second channel, which has like 250,000 views. That was pretty much talking about what you did on Orky's stream. And it's clear watching his video, he's also very frustrated with you. Because a lot of people in this community don't like false flagging, or flagging in general, really. But what was your experience with Tom in that time then? After that video came out.
Oh, Tom. I'm just gonna say, all right, Tom would ask me in DMs, okay, what advice I had for a topic commentary channel, because he does his like essay shit over on the main channel. And so I told him, all right, you get a video that blows up, you gotta follow it up, you gotta make you gotta make more videos, you gotta milk it. And he did. He did that to me, and also like internet Jay. But I mean, I get where Tom was coming from. I think he was a bit harsh. I don't really have too many issues with Tom. Honestly, I've kind of fucked Tom over a bit, and I don't know if I want to go into detail about that. But if Tom is
you don't have to. I know Tom was trying to make you go into detail on the stream the other day.
If Tom's watching, I just want to say I'm sorry for that. That was fucked up.
I think Tom, to be fair, again, not trying to be biased, but from my experiences from him, he's quite a fair person to talk to. He's not really an unreasonable guy. And you say, obviously, he was asking you for advice and stuff, but I think the guy's just very open-minded with YouTube, and just wants to hear everyone else's like ways on how they do videos and how they do well. But I know you and him were on talking terms at the time, because I remember I was talking to him in the DMs about you and stuff like that, after your video came out, after his video came out, sorry. And but because I remember you were messaging me, and he was messaging me, and you're saying to me this stuff about, you used to help Tom with his old videos, and I asked him, is this true? And he's pretty much saying yes, but not really. But no, I'm glad you've explained it better now, because I was a bit curious about that, because I remember him just being a bit confused about that. But after this Tom stuff happened, so was this 2021 or 22? I think it was 21.
2021.
Yeah, it was 21, and then what was it around 22? What happened then? I'm trying to think. Was it 21 or 22 that Optimus made his videos?
Was that? Yeah.
I want to get onto the Optimus stuff now. I was 21. Okay. I think that was actually before all of this Lyrex stuff, so we're kind of backpedaling now. But
yeah, it might have been. Honestly, I would say this is probably the drama that honestly I may have been like. I think some of the hate and backlash I got was sort of unjustified. I probably could have come out maybe on topic, could have come out a bit better, but honestly, I was just not prepared to go up against Optimus, and so I just kind of I just kind of let him just destroy me, basically, in this.
The ironic part is, Jalyn,
thing.
I remember messaging you at that time. I actually agreed with you on that situation about that, because what it was obviously happening is you made a video about Technoblade's diagnosis of cancer at the time, and everyone had an issue with that. As to people like Turkey Tom didn't, because I think he saw the reason of like YouTubers should be allowed to make videos on other YouTubers if they're ill, if they're reporting it. Like, if YouTubers want to be taken seriously like the mainstream media, why can't we report serious topics like this? It's not like your video wasn't disrespectful. People just had an issue that the video was monetized and thought you were gaining from it.
Well, what I remember is what the criticism was towards Jalyn was Jalyn, you were making tweets before you made that video about how people were milking Technoblade's diagnosis.
I mean, to be fair though, right? A lot of people said that was hypocritical, but I kind of disagree with that, because the channels in the screenshots that I showed were like these clip channels that would clip like other Minecraft YouTubers' streams that were reacting or whatever to like Technoblade's diagnosis, and they were clipping those being like, Dream reacts to Technoblade getting cancer, Tommy in it reacts to Technoblade getting cancer, and they were like pumping these videos out like hours after his diagnosis, and they had clickbait titles and thumbnails. So those channels, they were milking Technoblade's cancer diagnosis. And so I made a tweet being like, wow, these channels are already milking his cancer diagnosis.
Yeah, and you made one video
fuck?
which isn't milking. It's funny to make the parallel, like, oh, you complained about it, and less than an hour later you've uploaded a video also, but it wasn't milking.
But also with the second point, I think a lot of the people that made videos as well is because after they said this, like after they called this out, I think if you remember, Sensitive Society said, I feel awful for, I don't know, Jalyn or myself, and then you replied to him saying, actually kill yourself.
Well, okay, there's a bit of context I can add to that. I will say some valid criticism Optimus did have was like the description and maybe the thumbnail and the tags weren't probably done in the best way. I mean, I just kind of treated that video like every other video, and every video at the time I spanned with like metadata and tags, and that's just how I had the thumbnails and titles and stuff. And since then I've worked on that. I've changed that so it doesn't appear to be I guess kind of bad faith as that video does. I mean, uploading a video being like, I feel awful for Technoblade with cancer in the thumbnail, it just doesn't look the best. But that's how all my videos were at the time. But with Sensitive Society, I mean, out of the context, I mean, that looked really bad, and I think my response to Optimus wasn't the best, because it was kind of a panicked like response and sort of defense of myself, because again, I like, this was someone I looked up to. I was like, holy shit, what the Optimus is coming after me, like, holy fuck, what's going on? John Swan's coming after me, what is this? And then I tell Sensitive to KYS, which looked unhinged out of context. So the thing is, right, Sensitive Society was probably the first friend that I ever made in the commentary community. We came up around like the same time. I believe we both had around like 7,000 subscribers at the time. And I think Sensitive's channel got like demonetized or something. Yeah. And I don't know. I think we became friends after that or around that time, right? And we were pretty decent friends. We'd always talk all the time. We'd talk about YouTube and stuff. We were both like focused on grinding and coming up. And then I started transitioning, and all of a sudden I noticed that he became more and more distant, which at the time I didn't really think much of it. I didn't want to think much of it. But then randomly he likes... I think I got into beef with like Dr. Cringe. I don't really remember what that guy beef was, but I remember he said like some like fucked up like transphobic or homophobic shit, and then he posted this like transphobic like bearded like Wojak, and he was like, this is Jalyn, and Sensitive like liked that and retweeted it and was just like LMAO. And so at that point we stopped being friends, because it's like, that's fucked up. And I remember I called Sensitive out on that, and I think he I think he deleted the reply. I don't really remember. But after that, we basically stopped being friends. And so when I gotten that shit with Optimus, and I saw Sensitive like celebrating basically me getting in this drama. I kind of snapped, and I let all my emotions out at that point, and I was just like, KYS.
Yeah. Okay. I guess
actually, on the topic of those two, I actually want to go on a quick rant about like fucking Sensitive Society and Cheeto and them lot. I watched their videos on you, and I thought they brought up some pretty valid points, but the one thing that I kind of thought was just unnecessary is when they would like just purposefully misgender you just for like disrespect. Because I mean, they quite obviously know you're trans by now. That's like well established.
Yeah.
And then they still, I don't know. It's just a bit cunty in my opinion, but
that's also what Lyrics would always do as well. I mean,
well, for Lyrics, I think Lyrics does mistake it like by accident, but then sometimes to be edgy, he does purposefully misgender.
Yeah, I don't know what you feel about that, Jalyn, or even if you had an issue with it, full stop. But do you actually have an issue of them doing stuff like that?
Yeah, I kind of do. It's a bit fucked, but
yeah, I mean, that's a fair point against them.
I try not to say anything about that, which because I get accused all the time of, oh, you're playing the trans card, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, and so like even when these guys are like validly like doing fucked shit like that, Sensitive or a Cheeto just like misgendering me or saying transphobic shit, I don't say anything about it because I just know it doesn't matter. Like their audience or people come to my videos and hating, they're just not gonna care. That's like a mute point to them. So
yeah.
I don't bring it up, even though I think it kind of is something valid to bring up. But yeah, it's a bit fucked.
Speaking of Cheeto, around 2 months ago, he actually started making videos about you again. In fact, he did 3 in a row. Like, he did Look Who's Getting Exposed. That was about you.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like,
yeah,
fucking those videos. They just
what other things were in that video that are, and is anything in there worth bringing up? Or
I mean, so like honestly, his videos were just like nothing. Like they were basically like nothing burgers. Like his first video, the video that kind of started it all. Like one of his main points was autism. That was one of the major points. Was I made joke tweets being like, "Yo guys, I think I have autism. I might be autistic, guys." And that was one of the main things he called me out for.
Yeah.
And then I think another thing was like the religion shit, which I had to address like years ago at that point. And then it was being friends with Natty Forsyth. That was his video. And so I made a video just like responding, being like, okay, this autism thing's stupid. That's a dumb point. I kind of made a joke out of that. Like he had one of those like leafy type intros with the word autism on it. And so I just like made fun of that. And then I addressed like the religious tweets. I was like, yeah, I apologize for this. And then I kind of defended Natty Forsyth a bit. And then Cheeto went really hard on the Natty Forsyth point. And then so I made a video defending Natty Forsyth. And then Cheeto made another video. And it just like at that point, I just stopped responding. But I basically got labeled a like pedophile supporter or friends of pedophiles in that entire drama. But like since then, Cheeto has kind of conceded a tiny bit that Natty Forsyth isn't necessarily a pedophile, and recently we even had a debate on it. He seems very heavy on that point still, but he's kind of loosened up on, oh no, Natty Forsyth is a creep. They're a weirdo. They're just weird. But it's like the main point, the major point that like really got me and really got Nat, and it was a major point in his video, was that Natty was a pedophile, confirmed groomer pedophile that I was best friends with, and that framing just wasn't true. It just wasn't correct.
Right. So, sorry, Klaus, do you go ahead?
Can I ask? So, what did Natty actually do? Because I've heard this story, but I don't know like the full context. Because to me, like the content gets Yeah, that's the thing, right? Everyone says the same thing. They're just like, well, I hear this thing or that thing about Natty. Like, what is this? I don't know what this is. And that's kind of been the consensus for a while, and that's why a lot of people still associate with Natty. That's why Natty isn't like outright like banished from the commentary community, which is what Cheeto had like framed it as it was.
But basically, like, I think like 6 years ago, I don't know how long ago. It was a long ass time ago.
It's 2019,
but,
I think, wasn't it?
Was it 2019?
So.
2019, something like that. And Natty was 18, and was in this like edgy group chat. It was like an edgy degenerate group chat, and they add a new person to the group chat. They give Natty this girl's Snapchat. They're all in a group chat, and they're all like playing along, joking around. And Natty starts flirting with the girl on Snapchat, jokingly asks for nudes, and then they reveal, oh, guess what? The girl's a minor. The girl's 12, or she's 14.
Oh my
gosh. And so they try to cancel Nat, claim Nat's a pedophile or something. But the thing was, back then, is people like believe Nat's story that like, no, I didn't know this girl's age. Like, these people in the group chat pretty much set me up. And so back then, no one touched the story. And then at some point, Nat gets in a relationship with a 16-year-old while they're 18. It's in the UK. But the 16-year-old sends like a nude image of themselves. And I guess that's kind of illegal in the UK.
Yeah, by law, that's illegal.
So Nat was investigated for that. And also the other situation with the alleged 12, 14-year-old, and that was cleared on both of those things. But because that image was like cached on Nat's hard drive, their hard drive was destroyed, but there was like no predatory behavior. Nat wasn't arrested or anything, and the police cleared them on that. But it's just like recently people keep bringing this back up and like claiming Nat's this like serial groomer or something. I think Lanza, right, made a video saying that Natty is the I don't remember what it was, but like that's
the video I saw. Yeah,
Roblox's most elusive predator is Natty Forsyth, apparently.
Yeah.
Wait, so is he still up? Is he still up making videos? Sorry, Cluster.
So
this Natty person.
Yeah. Natty still uploads like pretty regularly on.
Cluster has a brilliant history
channel.
of this person, by the way. Don't know if you want to talk about that, but.
Well, with Natty.
Yeah,
well,
you just harassed them.
Okay, no, well, I didn't harass them. What are you talking about?
I'm joking. Go on.
No, first time I was on a call with Natty was because we were going to debate on whether stigmatizing pedophilia harms more children or some shit like that. And she uploaded it on her channel, and it was just like a complete clusterfuck of a debate. Like it was an actual proper debate. And I heard about what this person did because I watched. That's the video I watched from Lanza, and I think I don't know if Lanza said that Natty knew how old the 14-year-old or 12-year-old was. I don't remember, but I thought, okay, this Natty Forsyth person is a groomer. So I replied to one of her tweets. She said like, oh, look, grooming is trending on Twitter. I said, isn't that what you did? And I got blocked. But if you're saying that she didn't know the age at all, then I fucked up in that part. But yeah.
Well, I don't know. So was it true? So what is this? This Natty stuff complicates the fuck out of me. I don't know what's true and what's not true. So in short,
I mean,
they're not a groomer.
The truth is it's inconclusive, right? It's
right.
like you take their word or these other people's words, and there is no definitive proof for either side.
Yeah.
Except Nat does have the whole being investigated by police and being cleared
Brilliant.
on their side. And also the fact that, like, since then, they haven't, like, groomed any minors. And, like, you would think if they were a pedophile, right, then they probably would have groomed other minors since then, right?
Maybe. It's hard to say, really. I'm not really a professional on this, but funny enough, my first interaction with them was when they still had the clown profile picture. I don't know if what was their name then?
When they were called Scrimzox.
Scrimzox, yeah. That's when they asked me about the... They asked, oh, do you have Lime Maker's Discord still? Can I have it? That was like my only interaction. I said no, and then they unfollowed me. But that's about it. But when it comes down to Natty, I don't have a major issue with them. I mean, I'm looking at their channel now. It's pretty dead. Like, I don't know. I think people should just leave this shit alone for now. But if there's no proof, there's no point going after it.
Mm-hmm.
So you've never actually had any beef with this Natty person, have you, Jalyn?
No, not really.
There was like a little
really
tiny beef, but that was resolved pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So what year are we on now then? That's 2020. Well,
2022 now.
2022. So yeah, the shit's going down this last year. Sorry, I was going to say this year. I'm retarded. What drama happened last year, Jalyn, that comes to mind in 2022 with you?
2022.
Because Lyrics came back again, didn't he? Is that when Lyrics had his another return and made another video? Or
He only made one video and then fucked off.
Lyrics came back again. I mean, I think at that point we were cool when Lyrics came back again.
Yeah.
So I don't think there is any more drama after that.
There was, I think you definitely had some back and forth with Nick Diorio, but they're so hard to track because they're always like little spouts on Twitter.
Oh yeah, actually, I want to ask about that. What is the whole deal with Nick? Like what? Because the way Nick's portraying it is that you're like obsessed with him.
I think he's obsessed with me. He constantly tweets about me like every day. Like every little thing I do, he's just constantly nonstop tweeting about me. He has people like following my private accounts and tweeting like shit from my private accounts. I think he's kind of obsessed with me at this point.
I didn't know. I wasn't aware if he was doing that or not. But do you know who these people?
I don't think he actively does it. I think it's just people in like the RFC community.
Yeah. I don't think that doesn't sound like something Nick would actually do. So.
Well, I mean, it's still weird that he's tweeting shit from my freaking private accounts. Yeah, he's blocked me on all his accounts. I've blocked him on like all my accounts, but still he's like posting my tweets and he's unblocking me, refollowing me, and I don't know. I think he's a bit obsessed because
but how did this start though?
I think I've pissed him off a bit. I don't really know. I think he blocked me or something, and so I kind of like made a few jokes or whatever. And then I paid for him to unblock me as kind of a joke, and I became like a super follower or something on Twitter.
That.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah, and that's the only. And I remember him saying on like a stream that the only reason he hasn't blocked you is because you're giving him money. But but you know what? Fair enough. But yeah, the super follower. Did he block you, or did you eventually stop giving him money? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, I stopped giving him money, and then he blocked me again for the longest time, and then he unblocked everyone and unblocked me, and then I think I was like supporting Keffals or something because for some reason he really hates Keffals, and
that's because like Keffals you got to remember with Keffals, she did take down Destiny's Twitch channel, and
That's actually not true. She didn't take down Destiny's Twitch channel. She did make she did make a joke, right? And she did celebrate Destiny getting banned from Twitch, but she did not actually flag or get Destiny's Twitch taken down.
That's what she tweeted saying that she did though, or was that the joke?
Yeah, that was the joke, but
it wasn't just a tweet. I'm almost certain she went on stream and spoke about it, saying how like she was like the savior of the fucking whatever she was against. I can't remember what it was that he said that ticked her off, but it was something so stupid that was not worth a Twitch ban, in my opinion. I don't know what your opinion is on Destiny.
I'm pretty sure he got banned because he platformed like Nick Fuentes. I'm pretty certain that's why he was banned. Now
that refreshes my... I think that person, Nick, they went on his channel, and Twitch has a rule where like banned creators aren't allowed on other Twitch channels. Even like, so obviously he invited this person onto his channel and they were banned, and then obviously his channel account got terminated because he had someone else that was terminated, which is kind of a weird rule when you think about it. It's like, oh, okay, imagine if YouTube worked that way. So Drama Alert should be taken down because Leafy's on dumb. There. That is a really dumb rule. That's like, but no, Twitch is a stupid website.
Twitch is fucking dumb.
Yeah, Twitch is a retarded website.
It's so strict, like unnecessarily strict.
Destiny's better off at YouTube, personally, but is that why Nick doesn't like you with the whole Destiny shit and Keffals?
Well, I mean, it's like a lot of things like over the course of like multiple years, but I think we had a few back and forth. Then I think he said some shit about me on stream, and I think I made some jokes about him on Twitter, and I like backed like Salvo Pancakes like anti-Nick arc, and I think things have just kind of escalated. I've like shit-talked Nick a bit behind his back. He shit-talked me behind my back, and it's basically just I mean, I guess we hate each other now. I think that's.
Yeah, didn't you also? I think you said something not that long ago that rubbed in the wrong ways. When did you say he's the reason that you were blackballed from the community, or was that a joke? I don't know if you actually did say that. I was just going off memory.
So I think I said in messages with someone that like Nick's trying to blackball me, which is true because he said in a tweet, this person should not have a platform. This person should, and no one should speak to this person. And he was like saying all this crazy ass shit, and so I'm like, yeah, I think he's trying to blackball me.
I'd argue that's just him giving his opinion.
I mean, that is kind of blackballing.
No, because I think blackballing is when you like actively go out of your way to make sure people don't let you in certain spaces.
I think he has, though. I think he has done that.
How do you see that though? Is it from the tweets? And you think obviously when he's making these tweets about you, obviously negativity is going to go towards you because he has a strong fan base. But I wouldn't say that's necessarily blackballing, because that's almost like making a video on someone and they get shit, and that's like you could say that of any most arguments on videos. Oh, you're blackballing this person because you made a negative video towards them. I mean,
it's just the way he worded his tweets. He was like, no one should associate with this person. I'm not gonna associate with this person. Like that's what he said, and it just kind of seemed like I mean, he's blackballing me.
Personally, I wouldn't say it's blackballing, but I suppose I can understand why you see it that way, since it's like.
In fairness, though,
go on.
It probably was like such an extreme statement because if I'm remembering correctly, it was around the time of like your mental breakdown in the Discord call where you like tried to dox yourself. So then I think he was just saying that you shouldn't be allowed in certain spaces for your own sake, really.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Don't know if you do, Jalyn, but
maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I know you
disagree.
Agree to disagree, yeah, I suppose. But there's also John Swan. You had a little interaction with him recently. What's going on with that?
Oh fuck.
Oh, that's I don't know if anyone else can like see through that, but it's like clearly him trying to use me to like weasel his way back into the community or some shit.
Yeah, because he completely 180'd in like 2 tweets.
Yeah, look, I showed the tweet. I screenshot them because one day before he was like, "Oh, Jalyn, it's so sad to watch people just go at her. At this point, it's just sad to watch." Day later, he's like, "There's no," replying to you saying, "There's no point talking to you. You're like not worth anyone's time," or something like that.
So he like
a complete 180. Sorry,
he replied to one of my tweets, and it was like, hey, you shouldn't have copyright striked this AI channel. And he was like, why'd you do it? And I was just like, I don't really remember the entire interaction, but I think I was just like, well, I mean, this person's impersonating me. I had every right. And then Johnson was just like, well, this is just going to make you look bad. And I was like, so why are you doing this? Well, I was like, well, to punish the person who's impersonating me, lol, or something like that. And then John Swan blocks me, deletes his replies, and then tweets that out.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with John. I think, to be fair, you're right. He is kind of using you to get back into the community. And to be fair, it's worked, because almost everyone was replying to him. Like Nick and Augie.
Even Nick did. Like, after everything John's done to, like a shit ton of people in this community, Nick himself, like, years-long beef between the two, just, like, not necessarily ended, but, like, at least in that moment, during that tweet, sort of mended for that moment. To come together.
I mean, I said this in the last podcast anyway. If they let him back in again, they're all retarded, because the same thing's going to happen. It's the
100%. He's gonna lie again. It's just he does.
Everyone has their own cycle. Lyrics has one. You have one. John Swan has one.
I will say my cycles are more harmful towards myself, where John Swan's are more harmful towards other people.
I think that's a fair argument. Yeah, I suppose. But
and Lyrics' fucking cycle just kills his channel.
Yep.
Yeah, he has good. He's actually really good at rebuilding a channel and then killing it. I'll give him that. Not many people can do that. That's good. That's good shit. But
it's because he knows how to play the game, right? He starts shit with people. That's what he does every time. He starts shit with like Tipster or Deji's girlfriend or me, and then he uses that to sort of piggyback his way back in the community.
Yeah, he's good at pissing people off that he makes videos on, because I noticed he had like sort of like the Kavos vibe, where like it felt more like a personal video. It was more of like when he makes a video, he actually seems genuinely angry with the person. So that's
Well, that's why he keeps on getting demonetized, because his videos come across as like personal attacks rather than critiques. That's why he kept getting demonetized.
But the thing is, I can watch his videos and see the critiques underneath the fucking.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed his videos.
Like, I don't think it was like a good reason for them to be demonetized or anything like that. But I mean, it's not like he was starting a video saying, "Hello, cunts. Today we'll be telling this person to kill themselves."
Yeah, but you know how YouTube is? It's like frequent swearing. Like, if it's every other word, then it happens.
I mean, even the video he made on me, like, it was funny. I mean, generally, I think he was pissed of that, though, only because of the paragraph I woke up with the next morning in 2020.
And the call.
The call. Oh, yeah, no, that call. Yeah, he was definitely very angry at that, too. This is in 2020. God damn. I mean, this was some good times. But yeah,
I mean, we really only have, like, one thing left to discuss that I kind of wanted to discuss the other day on the stream, but like Cammy went crazy.
Okay, yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on.
And it's the copyright strike stuff. So with that, from the screenshot that I saw, you were striking them for all like the same Mr. Beast video. So I just wanted to make sure that was like legit and not false. What was that about?
So I actually released a video like right before this podcast, sort of addressing that entire thing. But basically someone made this like AI channel where they stole all my like channel assets and whatnot. They like named themselves me, and they created this like AI voice synthesized for my own voice, and they're making commentary videos. And so I flagged them for impersonation because they're clearly impersonating me. And I wasn't really sure if that was going to go through, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to send in some copyright strikes because they stole like my channel assets, and so I copyrighted them for those assets for like my outro and stuff. And those strikes ended up going through, but they only gave that channel a warning. And that didn't take the channel down, and I like since came to the realization that I shouldn't have copyright strike them because it wasn't a copyright issue, it was an impersonation issue, and so I rescinded those copyright claims, but YouTube still took down that channel for impersonation.
Oh wait,
yeah,
so sorry, go on, Narco.
No, I was just going to ask, is it like publicly known then? Because everyone's kind of assuming the channel went down because she sent loads of strikes its way.
I don't know if it is publicly known, but I mean, I just addressed it.
If I were you,
I know Nicholas Dioro made a tweet about it, about the channel going down.
Yeah, I mean, Jalyn, realistically, I don't think you should have struck the channel down, mostly because I guess it is like you could argue impersonation issues, but what harm is it actually doing? Because the channel wasn't doing well, and even when Nick promoted it, got hundreds of views rather than thousands.
It was growing though. Like this, I watched this channel throughout like a couple of days go from like 6 subs, 20 subs, 30 subs, 40 subs is like I think is like 60 or so subs when it finally got taken down. But the videos were getting a decent amount of attention, and it was clear that this channel was run by a troll. They were clearly a troll, and I didn't want them to damage my brand.
But
it seemed like that was their intent.
You only had an issue with the channel because Nick promoted it. Because weren't you aware of the channel before and didn't have any issues or strike it? You only decided to do that when Nick promoted it.
I had issues with the channel before.
But you had no strikes on it, did you?
I won't go into detail of whether or not Nick promoting said channel had anything to do with me deciding to take action, but I took action because I didn't want the channel to gain any more attention.
Right, but so if you could change anything, would you have left the channel, or are you still happy that the channel's gone?
Oh, I'm definitely happy that the channel's gone. Hopefully it sets a precedent, and people do not make these stupid AI impersonation channels. Like, if you wanna make like parody videos or whatever, that's fine, but don't impersonate my channel.
But weren't these people like doing parody videos of you, or something else? What were they doing?
No, they were making like I mean, a couple of them were sort of parody videos, like parody responding to a Cheeto or something. But they were also uploading like full-on commentary videos. Like they did Mr. Beast Feastable review. They did this video on like some 4chan thing or something. They were making like commentary videos using my voice and my name and my channel assets.
But what harm can that do, though?
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is it's just impersonation. It's just someone ripping off my channel, and they could potentially grow off of using, like, me, basically, without my consent.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the channel, when you click on the links for it now, it says it was taken down for impersonation, so clearly it was against YouTube's terms of service, but I think the reason people in the community have an issue with it is because there's, like, stuff like this happens so often where people's channels get taken down for false stuff. So,
I mean, the thing was, though, right, this wasn't just some, like, innocent person, like, oh, man, they're just, like, making videos, they're just grinding, and then some mean, bigger channel comes and strikes them down. This was someone who, like, clearly created the channel a few days ago with the sole purpose of impersonating me. That was the sole purpose of the channel, and it was created with malicious intent.
Oh, no, yeah, I understand. I doubt the person that ran their channel is, like, heartbroken that it's gone. I'm just saying, like, the, like, moral consensus of this community is that just reporting / striking anything, no matter what it is bad, because it's, like, a very, what's the word for it? Not censorship-based community. Like, people just have issue with that anyway.
But that's also a bad thing in itself, when you think about it. It's not good. Like, obviously, the system's there to protect people and content in general. Like, I'm going to just say, I've struck down a video before with someone that re-uploaded my fucking video, and they hid the intro and outro, so you didn't even see it when it displayed my channel. They cut it out. And when the fucking video gained more views than my one, that was quite annoying. Mine had it was on Kid Behind a Camera. Mine had 8K. Theirs nearly grew up to 20K. And I left a comment saying, "Yo, the fuck, you just stole my video. Please, can you take this down?" And they just said no, because this is fair use. And I said, how is it fair use? So I gave them a 2-day warning. I said, if they don't do anything, I'm going to actually strike this shit down. And they said, alright, if you do that, you don't care about this community. I said, okay, fuck you then. And I struck down the video. Because to me, if anyone has an issue of that, then you're just brain dead. Because the cunt just re-uploaded my fucking video, and it gained more views than mine. So...
And when it comes to, like, striking down people's videos, I think it's alright if someone's, like, falsely accusing you of something serious. Like, you know how Grade A Under A, he made those videos on Keemstar and completely lied, saying that he was a paedophile and he beat his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, if Keemstar struck those videos down, they went down, honestly, I wouldn't have a problem with it, because that was just all just false. But, and Grade A Under A knew that it was false.
It's history, though.
I mean,
come on, my guy.
I've had a decent amount of videos made on me with, like, false shit in it. I haven't even gone after that shit, even though maybe I could have. Like, for example, Briz, he recently released this video on me that got like 100,000 views, and in this video at one part he's like, oh, Jalyn supports CP, and takes something out of context, where I was basically arguing that, like, oh, hey, Twitter has the right to, like, ban hate speech, right? If you want to support hate speech by saying, oh, this is free speech, like, I'm a free speech absolutist, well, then by that principle, Twitter would also not be allowed to ban CP or gore or harassment or this other shit that makes their platform look bad. So Twitter already does not have absolute free speech, and thus they should be allowed to ban hate speech. That was the argument I was making, but someone screenshotted that out of context, and then Briz brought that up in his video and was like, oh wow, look, Jalyn supports CP, and it was because I think Grimsy said that in one of his videos, and Briz was just watching all these videos on me and just took them all at face value, and I called him out for this on Twitter, and he came in my DMs and like apologized, like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't really do my research that well, I just took these videos at face value.
Is the video still up?
Yeah, the video's still up. He never corrected the record or anything, and there's like, there's still people to this day who are just like, wow, you support CP.
Wait, who's this guy Briz? I've never heard of him before.
Yeah, same.
Is his name actually just B-R-I-Z-Z? Is that
It's
him?
B-R-I-Z.
Yeah,
I remember he blew up from
B-R-I-Z.
Vegan Teacher shit a while ago.
Here
Here he is. Yeah, I see him. 200k subscribers. I don't see the video he's made. Oh, there we go. Jen, the world's worst YouTuber. Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's fucked up. I think if he like knows that there's blatant misinformation in his video, I mean, then like that's fucked up, and I think he should be called out for that.
Well, yeah, because he's only keeping it up because it's getting views, and that's pretty scummy.
Yeah, and I think there's also a big hate boner for Jalyn. So.
Oh yeah, that's why people are reacting. Because I don't want to say this because it probably would get me shit as well. But like, I think people wouldn't be reacting as heavily if it wasn't Jalyn. Because it's like a channel with 20 subs. It's not a serious channel. Like, I don't think anyone would care unless it was like an actual small creators channel that you were striking.
Yeah, and I do have one thing about the AO thing I'm curious to hear you say. I think I did ask this on the live stream the other day, but obviously you made a parody account on Leafy and was using his AI voice. In that sense, do you not see it as kind of hypocritical?
Well, I mean, the thing was, again, I addressed this in my video, but basically I clearly distinguish that channel as AI. Like, the channel is literally called Leafy AI. The picture is like Leafy with like a robot face. Like in the description and all the videos, I'm like, this is AI. This is not the real Leafy. This is AI generated.
Didn't the Jalyn channel also say AI in the channel description?
No, it didn't.
No,
it didn't.
I clearly made the distinction that it was AI and that it was parody. But ultimately, I took the channel down. I took the videos down because. I mean, people were apparently getting striked for making videos with like that AI text to speech, and so I decided to just take the videos down.
But do you not see how it's obviously? I mean, obviously you were in the right, but it also creates a snowball effect against you now because it doesn't matter if at this point if someone was like leaking your fucking address, no matter what you strike down, the commentary community is going to go after you because you're Jalyn. So in that sense, if I were you personally, I would have left it just because I couldn't be asked to deal with all the harassment, or I wouldn't say sorry, not harassment, but all the shit you're gonna get. Like, is it worth it to have this video struck down? Because didn't you think that all the people like Nick the Oro would have an issue with this and give you more shit for it?
No, I wasn't. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting it because I thought I had a like decent case of like.
But that's what I'm saying. Even if
here.
you do have a decent case, it's not going to matter because you're Jalyn in that sense.
I guess that's true. Probably going forward, I guess I just need to be more careful with my actions. I should have been more careful. Like, I don't know, like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I should have stuck to that principle for like my entire career. I haven't done it, and well, now I'm in this scenario for the 100th time, I guess.
Yeah, because I'd argue that people like Nick and Tom and all that, actually, when they critique you, it's fair criticism. But when it's people like a Cheeto and Sensitive Society, it is normally just pointless nothing burgers. It's just a part of the bandwagon against you. That's where, and all the other people.
Well, yeah, because with a Cheeto was the first one to make a video, and then I remember he's got like 50k views or something, and then like fucking few hours later, Sensitive Society released one.
Yeah,
and we're just like, all right, man.
Yeah, because he literally mentioned in that video, I remember seeing, Cheeto made his video, and it got me thinking about making a video. And literally, when he showed the screenshot, it said the video was uploaded like an hour or 30 minutes ago. So, I mean, you are just a hate boner at this point for these people. But to be, I don't want to say you're a complete victim, because to be fair, Jalyn, you have done some stuff that is worth criticising. I don't know if you would agree with that, but.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. I mean, I've said some no words.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but most of the things that you've apologized for and stuff like that, would you say you've actually changed your stance on some of these outrageous things you've said, or do you think you still have these opinions? You're just keeping them to yourself now.
No, I mean, I've definitely changed my mind on some things. And I mean, with the religion thing specifically, I did a debate with a Cheeto on this, but I basically said I don't have an issue with religious people. I just have an issue with like the systemic power of religion and the power that it has over a lot of people who do not follow said religion. Like it's okay to believe whatever you believe, have whatever beliefs you want, but when you're using your beliefs to police other people or to control other people or to limit other people, I believe that's a problem, and that's what I have an issue with. And obviously, as an atheist, I disagree with religion as a whole. I think it's just kind of a flawed concept. But that's my personal opinion. I would say I hate religion as a concept, but I don't hate religious people, and I support anyone's right to believe whatever they want. But if someone tries to like debate me on religion, I mean, obviously I'm gonna be like, God's not real. You're
well,
cringe.
see, that's where the issue comes in, because like if you word it how you just worded it, I think most people would see that as like a fair take and wouldn't really have issue. But when you say like the extreme phrases of like, oh, gas all religious people and shit like that, it's like, I don't know if you can really blame people for like hating you for that.
It's. I think that's fair. That's fair criticism. And I think the only thing to say to that is just accept it and move on, and not backpedal and have another.
But I will admit that whole religion thing on Twitter I found hilarious. I thought it was so funny.
Only because Narco's a raging atheist himself and hates religious people. Just want to let you know.
I mean, the thing was, though, right? A lot of people have framed that as I was just attacking religious people for no reason. I was attacking the poor innocent Christians for no reason. Why did I do that? But it's like, I was being attacked by like, to be fair, you were.
I do remember as well. People were saying that you're a freak because obviously it goes against the Bible, and people were saying that you should probably just off yourself because of the being trans is bad and all that. That's fair. But you are the public figure in this situation, and obviously more eyes are going to be on you. I think Tipster made a stream about you because Tipster is a Christian man himself, and had a lot of issues. I mean,
at the time, I also did respond to Tipster being like, "You're weak" or something. Yeah, and we had a bit of beef back then. But I mean, Tipster and I are cool. We've been cool for a while.
Yeah, well, that's good to hear then. But is there anyone else in this community, Jalyn, that you just absolutely fucking despise and hope they do die?
I mean, who do I despise and hope dies? I would say, Nicholas Diorio. No,
okay.
We're expecting that one.
Brilliant.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't really have too much ill will towards people, but I mean, I do have issues with some people.
Okay, like, go on, name them. Name drop.
No, we don't need any more drama.
No, if I name drop these people, it's gonna be more drama. But the people that harass me.
Yeah, okay. Just name drop them. Yeah, I agree. No, I'm joking, obviously. But right. I have another question. Do you actually generally want their ex to come back? The Lord and Savior himself.
I mean, I don't know. I think Lyrix has. I mean, he's kind of hurt me. It's kind of weird. Like with Lyrix, I've kind of reached this level where like nothing he says hurts me. And I know people say that like after all these years I don't have any thick skin, but it's like for some reason it's just like with Lyrix I've developed a thick skin when it comes to him for whatever reason. And so I don't know. I kind of like his. I like his content. I like his vibe. And I think if he just stuck to making content, I mean, he would be successful. He just needs to stop quitting, and he needs to stick to one thing or another.
But do you not think? Do you still not have any ill will against him? Since to be fair, he did kind of fuck you.
I mean, I do have a bit of ill will for that incident. I would say I don't really know, because like at this point it's like a he said she said that type of scenario is. I don't know if Lyrix fucked me over or who's lying in that scenario, but I mean, I do have some issues there.
But if it makes you feel better, he's probably more hated at this point in the community than you, since he did something I'd say is arguably worse personally to that group in specifics. If you,
we can't really talk about that.
That's what I'm doing. That's why I said specifics. I didn't mention the people, but Narco just gives it away by saying that. Well done.
Well, no, because it's
good Northern lad.
Right.
Listen, it's not. I'm not like Cam. I'm not screaming about it.
No, I would say most people hate him for the lolly shit, but
yeah,
being sensitive about
which recently Tipster called him out for, which
is ironic.
Which is ironic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I will say, okay, I don't think he's like a weirdo or a pedophile or like a creep or anything. I think that's overblown. But at the same time, right, Lyrix plays this like thick-skinned character who like roasts and shits on everyone. But when people like shit on his anime obsession or whatever, he just can't take it. And I think that's valid criticism.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's like rule 101 of being a commentary channel. Give what you can take.
But like,
oh, yeah,
I didn't even know people were shitting on his channel. Sorry, go on, Cluster.
Because when he came back, he made a video that said, "I'm back for real this time," and he looked like Shane Dawson. And then after that, he made like a H3H video and then quit. And everyone on Twitter was just making fun of his hair and how he looked. And I think he quit because of that. He was like, "Fuck this."
What? Because he was wearing like a Dennis the Menace jumper.
I understand that though, because he used to make fun of people that like painted their painted their nails, had like long hair and dressed a certain way, and then he comes back looking like full emo.
With the giant ruby earrings.
He's wearing ruby earrings.
Yeah,
it makes sense why people had that reaction, but like I don't care. He can dress however he wants, as long as he makes good content.
You can wear the Freddy Krueger jumper and those giant rubies as long as you want. Whatever makes him happy. But notice how he didn't wear it when he came back again. I think he learned. He
had a grey version though. It was grey and black instead of
I wasn't paying attention. His hair's getting so long at this point. Honestly, you can't even see his head anymore.
I think his trim looks kind of cool apart from the little mullet part at the back, but
I don't know.
I prefer his old trim.
I mean, I wish he had that hair back in 2020, man. Because honestly, there wasn't much to insult him back in the day, apart from being like a little skinny boy. Because honestly, he called me fat, and I didn't have much to say back. I thought we were having a little insult match, but that's that. That's how it works, I suppose.
But yeah, is that it then, everyone?
I've got one more thing to
because this podcast's been going quite a while, so just one more question.
I've got one last thing. There's no time limits for fucking podcasts, you retard.
Well, I've got to be somewhere!
I don't care! I don't care where you have to be. You
said you've got to be somewhere.
So you're going to waste more time by talking,
Chop.
Alright, come on, move your ass.
Okay, Jalyn, do you remember at some point last year you falsely struck one of my videos down?
Wait, what? I didn't even know this.
No, she didn't. It was a fuck up. Jalyn, I don't know if you're still alive, but do you remember this?
No, alright, hello, I'm back.
Jalyn's back. Let's go. Alright, fuck it out. Jalyn, I've got a question for you.
What's up?
I'm gonna say it again. I don't know if you heard the first time. Do you remember when you falsely struck my video down with Lyrics?
Yeah, that was a great moment. I was just like seething with pure anger. I just flagged the shit out of your channel.
That was funny. That was funny. But to those that don't have the context, I made a video on Jalyn after the Tommy C stream, and Lyrics was on said video. And to be honest, I'm gonna be honest, Lyrics is the entire reason to why that fucking thing got taken down, because I'm pretty sure he said a transphobic slur towards you in my video. And some other stuff. So I thought you struck it down, and I just asked you, and we had a bit of an argument on Discord because I didn't believe you. But then you showed me your flagging history, and then Wacky was wrong. Because then fucking Jalyn, didn't Oggy RFC start messaging you about? Because I made a tweet about it, and then Oggy started messaging you, and I had to message Oggy real quick, being like, "Yo, this is not real. Jalyn did not strike my video down." I don't know if you remember that. That was fun.
No, I actually forgot about that. But yeah.
Yeah, because Oggy was getting ready to fire up a stream probably, so I had to quickly rush over to his DMs and explain. Yeah, no, it was a mistake. But I think, has anyone else got any questions for Jalyn?
No, that's about it. I'm not questioned that.
Jalyn, any final statements?
Any final statements? No, I think I've gone over everything.
If you want to say the N word, say it now. Just get it out of your system.
We'll bleep it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. Don't save yourself.
Well, cheers for coming on anyway.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Right, that is the end of today's episode, guys. Thank you for watching.
Subscribe to Jalyn.
Yeah, and me.
All right.